All right. I just made an executive decision here to delete a 45-minute rant video about the declining quality of life in my hometown to make space for this winter, fall, autumn vibe we got coming in. You can feel the wind. I guess you can see the trees behind me, a little wilted looking, which is a cool camera angle. I've been walking all day. There's a little kind of nature trail and a little picnic table I'm sitting on, and just I'm like, man, I kind of want to talk about something. You know what I want to talk about? I feel like people don't really appreciate the majesty of life enough. You know, people are so, I guess, indoctrinated into like modern society with all the, technology and systems and like organizational structures that we have for ourselves and each other and everything, and just it's really artificial and I'll kind of say arbitrary. It feels like it's disconnected from nature and the natural order of things, and being that, we kind of disconnect from the natural cycles of things. You know how many people don't even like understand like where food comes from? They just go to McDonald's, like, oh, cheeseburger, French fry, like they got apples sometimes. Those are healthy choices, like apples with like preservatives, like in a plastic bag already sliced up. Like it's not even a real, like it's a fucking fake apple even. like people don't even know, like they're just so disconnected. Like literally, like they'll eat a cheeseburger from McDonald's, but to see a fucking cow getting slaughtered, be like, oh, you fucking savages. It's like, motherfucker, do you know where a cheeseburger comes from? like you really that fucking retarded? But with that being said, I just feel like people really don't appreciate the cycles of things, the natural majesty of life. That's why I love studying science, because it really gives you that insight that's necessary for appreciation. This guy's fit as fuck. Do your thing, buddy. I was kind of like, give him a what's up, and I don't want to interrupt his stride though. But Richard Dawkins, he talks about the poetry of life, of science, or whatever, just of life. I think he has a book called that or something. But it's very poetic. The more you study nature and biology and everything, I love biology. Like that's probably my favorite shit. But then biology, if you really study, it's just like a starting point. You go back in like evolutionary history, and then it goes to like geology and cosmology, and it's like it's just a good starting point. Life, how the fuck did we get here? And then go backwards in time with the chemistry, evolutionary processes, the various evolutionary pressures that guide things. There's geological cycles. Like there's been like fucking mass extinction events caused by like, volcanic plumes coming into the atmosphere and suffocating everything, and there's fucking comets that come and hit shit, and fucking dinosaurs go extinct. Like there's a cosmological history that precedes this, and then just the understanding of those forces that have guided everything to here and now. It's just like, wow, like that's something. Like that to me is just a different level of appreciating our existence. Like, and I think that's really where everybody should be. Like we have science that's figured a lot of stuff out. We have a fossil record. We have all types of stuff. Ways to deduce things. Logically, reason. We figured a lot of things out. We have a pretty good story that we've like forensically, determined. Science is awesome. I love it, and I really think that's just like how you say it, like substantiation of like our kind of, I don't want to say religious, but like mythical origin stories, like in the past of just like God creating everything, and there being these mystical forces. Like we had like in Rome and Greece like the pantheon of the gods, and all the different, the god of Zeus, lightning and overlord of this shit, and then Poseidon, storms, and like all these other different gods. And in various cultures, like Hindu, Indian people, there's actually an Indian looking guy that walked by as soon as I press play on this or record. But various cultures around the world have their various gods, which were basically paying homage to the various like forces of nature, you know, just like kind of personifying them. And I feel like that was just a way to like describe these various forces that science has like deduced, like we're how do you say it, like forensically deducing these various influences over time, but we just had like a sense of these things intuitively back in the day. And so we were like, yeah, like Zeus did some stuff, you know. Like, that's how we got this going on, you know. Poseidon, that's where that big old hurricane just came from. Poseidon, he did it again. We'll worship you more, and so we'll have mercy from you next time around. You know, different stuff like that. You know, like people had a sense of these forces, and were like, but that's just appreciating the natural stuff. And I feel like people are so disconnected now. It's like, I don't think people understand, like, again, like food supply, for instance. Like, they don't understand if those supply chains are secure or not. They don't understand the various forces that could affect crop yield next year that could totally determine whether like a large portion of society dies off, you know. Like, so many people are just oblivious to anything like that, you know. They're so disconnected because we have this weird, like, multifaceted, dynamic economy, you know, where people specialize, and you got your little job. I don't know what you do. I've done a lot of different jobs, but I was never a farmer, you know. I don't know. So yeah, there's people with their specialized jobs where they're just kind of isolated or insulated from a lot of the rest of the function of, you know, society and the supply chains that sustain everything. And even the economics behind it, the financial aspects of it, like a lot of people don't understand all that. But there's things like that. And that's another thing I like to study. I like to study economics because I see that being one of the bigger, greater forces that move things, you know. And to me, that's just like, if you understand those systems, then you understand like where the power lies, and you know you can see where you can like pull the strings and cause that. It's like there's power in understanding. Knowledge is power, right? But beyond that, there's just like general, like natural, kind of mystical forces at play. And I feel like people don't, and people have lied to them. I've been lied to, I would say, to believe that we don't have any, you know, influence on bigger things. But like, if mystics for ages, like shamans, you name it, there's just so many ways you can talk about the same thing. But like mystics in general, people that are spiritual and understand their connection to nature and everything, they understand we have a relationship. The same way I can, you know, express something and you can feel it and it elicits a reaction from you, we can do that with nature. That's what the Native Americans said. They said we can talk with nature, but they just didn't understand, you know, English vocabulary very well. So the word talk is what they used. They really meant like communicate, like spiritually, we can interact with nature. I just think so many people are like nullified from their connectedness of it all. And it's sad because instead of being connected to source, I say source, that's like such a generic term, but it's what some people use. That's the same Indian looking guy. I bet he understands some Hindu stuff. I can kind of tell. You got the vibe. His swag says Hindu, I'm just being honest. What does my swag say? Wizard, fucking some kind of into esoteric stuff. I study a lot of religions. I was kind of raised Christian, Baptist, Christian, Southern. I'm in Houston, Texas, you know. That's what we do down here. But I've had a lot of just like exploration with my soul. Like, I come out here middle of the night, 3 a.m., see the stars, the moon. There's a vibe, you know. You just like, your energy can just go outward and it feels amazing, you know. See, like this guy, I'm not even gonna lie. Big old swole buddy. His whole life is like working out, has a shirt off. He thinks that's what life's all about. It's a incomplete existence, I would say. I'm not trying to be a dickhead when I say that. Is he meeting up with this guy? 2 guys with their shirt off right now? What the heck is going on over here, dude? Bro, I can't do all that. I'm sorry, bro. Y'all tripping. That's too much for me. No, I ain't trying to be a dickhead. I'm saying that shit. What the goofy ass fuck is that, dude? But that's what I'm saying. There's some people that just live in this like modern, like, bro, you need to get on with yourself, bro. That's like a half naked fat guy. with his shirt off, like wandering around like I'm supposed to care about him. What are you doing, dude? And then another dude walked from behind. What y'all doing, bro? But that's what they think. They think it's like a movie, bro. That's what people are brainwashed with. People are indoctrinated by like movies and the culture. Oh yeah, you gotta like they play character from some movie they saw, like fucking Batman or something. Like what the fuck? Y'all living so fucking bizarre. Oh my god, bro. All right, bro. I gotta take a break for a second. It's just too much, man. You can't do nothing with this type of shit, bro. I'm sorry. It's like so low functioning. Like there ain't nothing to even like, bro. A half naked guy and these people. Come on. I'm not even trying to be a dick, bro. I didn't mean for none of this. I did not mean to go to the point where I'm critical of humans. I was trying to like put the message out for some positive shit. But sure enough, here comes a shirtless fat guy, and then some other weird people. I just, oh my god, bro. First of all, put down the cookies, okay? That's number one. Number two, get connected with nature. Get off your phone, get off the fucking TV, Netflix, whatever. Come outside, fast for a little while. That's why they fasted in various cultures. When you fast, your body optimizes because it has a lower amount of energy, so it has to optimize. So it gets rid of all the extra fluff and it just like optimizes to like the core stuff. And see what I'm saying, man? I'm trying to explain some stuff here and people just wandering by being yappy, man. Come on. Just get by silently, please. Thank you. What's up with people, man? People can't like manage to be like normal, like socially. What the hell's going on with people? That's what I'm saying. People are like trapped in like whenever people talk about like the Matrix was the fucking I don't know, like people, but I think the Matrix is like this brainwashed propaganda modern paradigm that everybody's fucking like just sucked into from birth, dude. It's like, dude, y'all gotta like we gotta get back to nature, God's creation, not sucked into this artificial fucking version of reality we're fucking spoon fed from fucking birth, dude. Like it's not healthy. Like I'm a natural human. I understand that I'm an animal just like that bird that just flew by. You know, I'm like made of carbon like this grass. You know, I breathe the same air that all these animals breathe. Hope this little baby turns out good. You know what I mean? Not indoctrinated. It's a brand new, fresh baby. Let the baby learn nature. Oh, little baby. She's looking at me. See, she's normal. Bye. Don't let these kids get indoctrinated, man. It's sad. But, damn, I was just trying to talk about some shit and people kept like wandering, like lingering behind me. Homeboy, the shirtless homeboy kept like walking slow, like he was trying to like change, like I was saying my opinion out loud, so it kind of hurt me. So he's like going slow, like I'm gonna change my mind. I ain't gonna change my mind. Now he's just weird and fat and shirtless. Weirdo, get on with yourself, bro. No offense. But that's what I'm saying, man. It's just like if I'm already like disconnected, I feel like I busted out that matrix. Like I understand nature and stuff, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like people aren't really there. I ain't even trying to get critical. People just start lingering around me and being weird, bro. I'm really not trying to be critical. People just come around me like that. I'm like, damn, you see I'm doing something, get the fuck moving. Keep moving, man. What the fuck is that? Lingering around me and shit, bro. The fuck y'all on, dude? I gotta like interrupt what I'm doing to fucking address y'all being creepy and shit. Fuck. Why do I even gotta do that? Why are y'all fucked up in the head where that's even like a necessity? See what I'm saying? Why are people like this? Don't make no sense. It's just another symptom of the same thing. Y'all like brainwashed. Y'all are antisocial now. All you do is get in the fucking phone on your TV. You don't even know how to interact socially. You don't know how to interact with nature, God's creation. Y'all are disconnected. Y'all are disconnected. I say source, but I mean like nature, God's creation, whatever. Like, and y'all just implanted into this artificial fucking bullshit. And it's just like, that shit is not fucking healthy. That is a motherfucking, that's the Matrix, bro. That's motherfucking a spiritual trap. I swear to God. It's so fucking annoying when I'm just trying to chill. This girl looks chill. Like the fucking fat boy. I'm not trying to be a dick saying that, but motherfucker like kept lingering around me, man. Shirtless. Like, you want me to see your fucking titties, homie? Like, you're fucking boy. What the fuck you doing? The fuck, this girl looks kind of good. But, see, I'm nature. See, I'm natural. I'm like, I see a decent looking woman. I'm like, I'm reacting, you know? Can't help myself. Anyway, damn, man, just it's really what I'm trying to get at. It's like people, they're not right, bro, because they're indoctrinated. They're trapped into this like mental programming of fucking. Here's what the culture, like, it's all fucking programming. You're being fucking trained like an animal, like a fucking slave animal. Like, dude, you gotta grow out of that and then appreciate nature, God, everything, and the beautiful ladies. You know, that's my vibe. But this girl kind of distracted. Not gonna lie. She hanging around for a little extra amount of time. I think she wants to meet me. You know what I'm talking about? It's for real. She's taking a little extra. Oh man, she's kind of good looking. Should I? I don't know. Maybe I'll come back here. I'll see it again. Anyhow, but yeah, you gotta be beyond all that shit. All that shit is like it's a trap. It's a soul trap. It's gonna take your soul. It's gonna take you in, suck you into this artificial culture. I see kids doing it a lot. They be like, I was a kid once, and I wanted all like the fresh gear, this and that, because I want to keep up with the shit that everybody's brainwashed with. Everybody thinks fucking Super Nintendo is cool. I'm like, I need a Super Nintendo. I like video games back in the day, but you know what I'm saying, like skate shoes, Nike shit, like well, everybody likes that. I need that. It's just brainwashed fucking advertised propaganda. Like, you know, you gotta get beyond shit like that. Consumerism, everything. But I was really trying to talk about like the mystical aspects of life. You know, you saw where I started here. I swear to God, like I was like trying to do something, and the fat shirtless guy just like big fat like titties out, fucking like slowly wandering up, like while I'm like trying to give him nonverbal cues while still trying to pay attention. Like, please keep going. He like went slower and distracted me, so I like had to go negative on retarded humans. Sorry, I really wasn't trying to do that, bro. I was really just trying to be like, yeah, we need to be more like in touch with nature, mystical aspects of life. Appreciate biology, the cosmic progress that led to this. Appreciate the billions of years of cosmic work that is taken to get here. You know, our ancestors, the trajectory is on where it's going, like the cosmic purpose, almost like with refining the quality of biology, evolution. You know, I kind of talk about, you know, intelligent breeding, like, you know, the best of the best, and to make babies to like create better versions of humanity and increase the gene health of our species to give our species the highest chance of survival going forward, and, you know, long-term progress and longevity, whatever, you know, stuff like that. Like, I'm into that. That's like a scientific, biological, cosmic, evolutionary looking, you know, angle. But then also like the gods, Poseidon, and the forces of nature and everything that move things. And then again, like economics, you understand finance, you understand, you know, the levers that, you know, you move this, you can move that, and, you know, move things. You know, the knowledge is power. That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Just a greater appreciation and understanding of these systems. Knowledge is really an understanding of systems, and applied knowledge is understanding how to tweak those systems to create desired outcomes. Basically, that's what it is. That's what knowledge is. And people, so many people are just like, oh, I'm keeping up with the culture. I'm buying the same shoes as everybody because that's the social currency of the time. It's like, what are you doing? Like, what are you? Who made that? Who made a fucking culture that made Nike shoes the valued thing? That's Nike. They're making money off your dumb ass, you know? Like, y'all trying to keep up with the Joneses. It's like y'all just stupid, like, trained monkeys, bro, if I'm being real. Like, we gotta get beyond that. We gotta get smarter. We gotta see the bigger picture. We need people to be normal, social again, connected with nature, interactive with each other, like spiritual beings, like cosmic consciousness type stuff, you know? I hate the light pollution. I love Nikola Tesla. He was a fucking cosmically, he was connected with the cosmic intelligence, you know? Divine cosmic intelligence, but he ended up building this electrical system that lit up the whole world and fucking created light pollution, so we can't even see the fucking stars anymore. If we could just like peer out into the universe like we're supposed to every night, I think it would like help a lot. I think that's definitely something that's been taken away. It's like this physical sense of just being like pocketed in, and then we're just fucking go inside our little huts and watch our TVs and shit. Like, that's not it, bro. Like, we need to be like mystical people, bro. That's what I'm really saying. Like, we need to be mystical people. Like, as a species. We need to have a proper reverence for like the spiritual aspects of existence, the greater forces that have shaped and guided everything for fucking eons to get us here and are still present and shaping everything going forward. Like, that's what I'm talking about. We need to be like mystical, present. We need to understand this shit, you know? And like present spiritually, like, and connected with nature, God's creation. Like, we are part of God's creation. You cannot disconnect yourself from that and then wonder why you don't feel fulfilled, why you don't feel right. We are part of God's creation. We have to be connected, stay connected with God's creation. And then we feel complete, because that's what it's like being part of our fucking family, or, you know, of life, the universe, of just life, of energy in the universe, God, you know, creation. That's what we are a part of. We are a part of God's creation. We are the children of God. Do you understand that? We are part of God's creation. We have to stay connected to God's creation to be what we truly are, you know, to be our full version of, you know, what we are, you know. We cannot be disconnected. We have to be complete, connected spiritually, have proper reverence for these greater forces, and like, you know, be like kind of more spiritual, mystic type people, you know. And I think that's something that's missing today. That's why the big fat boy with the titties out decided to walk by and kind of strut his stuff for a fucking grown man with a beard looking like a fucking wizard out here. What the fuck you think I want to see your fucking fat titties for, buddy? And you're strutting your stuff all slow like around me. Who gave you that idea? That's a completely arbitrary, probably brainwashed from some stupid social media culture thing that's just planted in your head that made you think that I want something to do with, like, get on with yourself, bro. Get a real read. Be present. Get a real read. I'm clearly trying to tell you to get on with your weird ass self. Sorry that you were brainwashed and invested all your time and energy to become that thing that you were told is what people want. Reality, you're right here. I do not want that. Please get on with yourself. You need a real, you need to be real. You need to be present. Everybody needs to get real. You know what I'm saying? Get some real feedback, real connectedness, real interactiveness with other human beings. We need kind of like a tribal thing. We need more like drum circles and shit, bonfires, and like connectedness to the fucking cosmos, like together at the same time, like a tribal gathering. You know what I mean? We need to get all on the same page, like worshiping God and this creation and like all the various aspects of it. Like, thank you, God, for this fucking beautiful sky, this weather, the water that comes and, you know, waters our plants and feeds us, nurtures us, our existence. Thank you for the fucking forest and our friends and everybody and everything, and just thank you for this existence, this beautiful planet that's out here in the backwoods of the cosmos. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you, God. Like, we need to be connected together on that same page with that proper reverence for all of it. Like, for real. Like, I feel like that's really what we need. Like, for real, for real. And I deleted a 45-minute rant talking about how bad people like my city's become. I'm trying to put a positive message out. Sorry that I got distracted with the jiggly boobs, boy. But yeah, man, we gotta get, like, I'm telling you, too many people are busted in. Like, what do you call that? Just like they're still plugged into the matrix, bro. Y'all still brainwashed, and you're still just buying into that culture. You don't even know who created it. Who created all this culture that's telling you to buy Nike shoes and do this and that and act like a fucking hard ass and be a dickhead to everybody? Like, who taught you that? Who's creating this culture? You know what I'm saying? Why are you following that lead? Follow the lead of your soul, your heart, of like the greater divine guidance, consciousness. Like, that's why like certain cultures talk about the ancestors, spirit of ancestors guiding us. Those are the spiritual forces that have been around for eons that are guiding the direction of everything. Like, that's what we need to have a sense of and a reverence for. And we need to be all collectively together on that page and like feeling it and like growing together in alignment with that energy and just like up properly toward the heavens, like healthily, you know? Not be all like confined in our little huts, you know, separated and brainwashed and, you know, just indoctrinated. Like, what are y'all doing in there, man? Like, we all in your little personal brainwashed cubby holes in your house. And even in the same house, there's different bedrooms with different screens where people are being you're being brainwashed on a completely different paradigm than like your fucking brother, your parents or something. You know what I mean? Even in the same hut, there's different screens that are giving you completely different indoctrination insights, and you're all brainwashed. I'm telling you, it's like, what are y'all are locked. That's the fucking matrix, dude. Y'all are fucking locked in that shit, dude. Break the fuck out. We all need to just break the fuck. I love when the electricity goes out. Like, we had hurricanes come through, all the electricity goes out, and all of a sudden everybody's like, there's no electricity. Everybody's just like kind of, but everybody just drinks and just acts retarded. It's kind of stupid. I think we need like a spiritual revival, bro. Connectedness to nature, the cosmos, the spiritual forces that have been guiding creation for eons, like, that are still current, like, still at play, bro. I'm telling you, it's here. If people can just shut up, silence the noise, and just like still themselves, you can feel it, you can sense it, you can hear it spiritually. Like, it's there. There's these forces, these energetic forces that are present, that have guided us and gotten us this far. We can't abandon them now. It's gotten us this far. It's like, we have to have proper reverence and like stay on track and like think collectively. We need to come together kind of like in a tribal way, bonfires, whatever, drum circle, something, and just vibe. I know people want to say it sounds like hippie shit, but this is what people did for eons. People have been tribal for a long time. Ain't some hippie shit. The hippies were just like, yeah, they knew something was wrong back then. That's like 50, 60 years ago. It's like they were right. It was wrong. With all the corporate, rigid bullshit. It was wrong. They were right. There's a spiritual connectedness to nature that like is proper. We are part of God's creation. We need to remain part of God's creation. It's really not a hard concept. I just hate to see like so many people just like disconnected. Like even this guy, he's walking, he got headphones in, on his phone. He's in his own little world. He's disconnected. He's in his own little pocket of existence, avoidant. But hey, like I'm literally right here, just like not even responsive, like dead ass. Headphones, phone, screen, right here. I'm not even, like, literally. I'm right here, didn't even look up at me. Headphones, phone screen. Seriously, literally, right? We were out here in nature. He literally didn't even acknowledge the fact that I'm right here also. That's how disconnected people are. Do you understand that? That is not normal. That is a completely fragmented, divided, isolated existence. That's why so many people are depressed. We don't have proper community. It's just not fucking healthy. That literally out here, I'm like, I got the trees. This is like a walking trail. Homeboy got his phone and headphones on. Literally didn't even look up to see me. I'm like, you see, like even out here, people are fucking. It's got them. The Matrix. You're carrying the Matrix in your pocket. Your headphones in, and you're like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. I'm telling you, hippies had it right. Hippies kind of went off. They were like some hedonists. And they're like, oh, let's just love and culture or do drugs. And I don't know, they're just crazy. A little excessive, over the edge. It's like there's a balance. There's a balance, like responsible, healthy way to get connected and have proper reverence. You know what I mean? I liked a lot of the Hindu kind of, they talk about like the gods are really like personifications of various forces that they can sense at play, and that's what you really got to understand it as. I don't think they're really saying these are gods. Maybe back in the day they did. I don't think smart people really thought that though. But today, I don't know. But it's the same dude. It's the same dude, bro. I'm not even trying to be a dick, bro. Anyhow, if he just didn't like linger around me that whole last time, I wouldn't even said nothing, bro. He's like lingering all slow and shit, bro. Like, goddamn, get on with your weird self. If you're gonna like be around somebody, like acknowledge a motherfucker, be interactive. Don't just linger around awkwardly. What the fuck? Like, there's so many people that don't even got like social skills no more. It's crazy. It's crazy. But you see, I'm doing something, so please just don't interrupt. Just get on with yourself, like for real, realistically. But talk to me when I'm sitting here by myself, and if that's what you want to do, don't just linger around me. What is that? I'm telling you, so many people, it's just so unhealthy. It's so fragmented socially, everything. We're disconnected from these greater forces. What was I going to say? Like back in the day, I don't know. There was like a reverence. Like the forces were personified by these so-called gods. I think that's really what it was. And I think if we can understand it like that, we don't got to take it literal. These are, Zeus is a god. Like, no, it's a force. It's a recognition of like a force that's at play in nature that, guides things one way or another, It's almost like these various characterizations of these spiritual forces that like almost have moves that move things one way or another. And I think we're mature enough now, like we have a scientific understanding of things to like understand. But spirituality is a real thing. Like there's real science behind that. Like literally quantum entanglements, like, you know, double slit experiment. We like observe something, it like solidifies, like it well, they call it superposition. Whenever you observe something, it picks one side or the other. You know, like we define something into one side or the other with the opposite, with our conscious energy. That's a real thing. There's quantum, you know, entanglement, stuff like that. And that has everything to do with our energy, or conscious energy. It literally manifests from the superposition, like fluid state, into solidified, real, measurable, determined state. Like it's literally science. Like that's literally a thing. So we have science backing us up. Like spirituality is a real thing. Energy is a real thing. Conscious energy. So back when the Native Americans were talking about, yeah, you can talk with nature. It's like that's the mystical, intuitive understanding that's been there for eons, and it's a real thing. And now measuring it, like scientifically. It's not just made up. I think there was a documentary called "What the Blip Do You Know?" and there's like this physicist. He was like, it's not just hooey balooey. It's like this is real science. Like, you know, go watch that. What the blip do you know? They've been talking about this for decades now. But that's just science catching up with what the mystics already knew. They knew because you can, if you understand, if you connect it like that, you can watch it at play. You are connected. You can communicate with nature and watch. You know, it's like a cause and effect thing. You can like watch reactions occur from what, you know, you are eliciting out of it. You know what I mean? It's like that's a connected thing. It's like that's what, you know, mystics are kind of into. That's like in Star Wars with Jedis and the Force. You know, they're strong with the Force. They're connected. That's a real thing. Like mystics have understood this for a very long time. That's manifestation, law of attraction. Even like faith with like Christianity. Faith is a spiritual force at play. You have a faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move an entire mountain. You know what I mean? It's just a spiritual force that literally like has a physical impact on reality. It's like it's a real thing. So don't underplay that. It's being measured by scientists right now. But yeah, with all that being said, man, I just feel like people don't have a proper reverence. They're just disconnected. And I just feel like we need to get back to that, you know, really appreciating the mystic aspects of life. Like the seasons, the cycles, the greater forces at play, and then ourselves as, you know, interconnected with these forces, and how we can interact and have proper reverence and, you know, dance with the gods, you might say, you know. And I just feel like people don't really understand it. Even like the Christians that pray, it's like a self-isolated. It's like when you pray, like when they say believe, have faith, when you pray, like believe you're gonna have it, the same thing as law of attraction. Believe it's already yours. Thank God. Thank you, God, for giving me what I want. Like I know it's coming. Thank you, God. And believe that shit's coming. That's a spiritual force at play that literally facilitates and manifests outcomes. Like seriously, like there's so many people that are successful that have said like that's how they got what they wanted. You know, they believe they're gonna get it. They envision it. They like manifested it. That's faith. That's belief. Like when you pray, like God, like the Bible says, pray. Faith without works is nullified. Like pray, believe, and then walk on in that belief that is gonna happen, and then you are gonna be manifesting that outcome. That's a real thing, dude. Like that's real life. You gotta understand. These are like real spiritual forces at play that like that are they make things happen. You know, like there's us and how we can interact and affect things ourselves, but then there's all these other greater like cosmic spiritual forces at play that I think we need to have proper reverence for. And then, like I said, dance with the gods, like have a reverence for it, sense it, be interconnected with it all, like higher level intuition, cosmic intelligence, whatever, connecting this higher self, sense it all, and then like move within those like spheres of energy to like be harmonious in our manifestation. You know what I mean? Because if you're like going against the grain, it's like you want to be harmonized when you're manifesting stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta get right. You gotta get right with nature, God, everything. Like you gotta be connected with the cosmos, everything. See what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. I just feel like people need a proper reverence for like the spiritual forces, God, nature, the cosmic energies, ancient spiritual energies that have been guiding evolution or, you know, cosmic development for eons. You know, this is type of, like, we have to be connected like that. You see what I'm saying? And I just feel like that's really what I'm trying to say. I feel like we need a proper reverence for like the mystic aspects of life and everything. I just feel like so many people are just so plugged in, fucking like they got that thing on the Matrix just plugged into their fucking brains. It's these phones, just like fucking screens, just brainwash. Like, hopefully this message can come through your screen and be like a positive message that's, hey, follow the white rabbit, break the fuck out the Matrix, snap the fuck out of it, put your phone down, get your fucking face out the screen, come connect with God's creation and your fellow man that are also part of God's creation. Let's collectively connect and have proper reverence, okay? Like, come into real life, break out the Matrix, come into real life. This is me, this is your message, break the fuck out the Matrix. All right, with that being said, I'm gonna leave it at that. God bless. I don't know how long I got, I don't know. I know I deleted a 45-minute video. I don't know if it's gonna record 45 minutes. I'm probably gonna cut out randomly, so I'm just gonna cut it short myself. So there you go. God bless. Let's break the fuck out the Matrix. Connect together. Connect properly. Just connect. You understand what I'm saying? Disconnect from the Matrix. Connect. Plug into the freaking heavens, source, God, all the spiritual forces at play. Connect to that. You take that plug out the back of your brain and then plug all this other good stuff in there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what you need to do. There you go. All right, I'm leaving that. God bless. I'll talk to you later. Much love. I hope this really fucking breaks fucking people out this shit. Seriously. We need a proper reverence for the mystical aspects of life and spirituality and everything, dude. That's what I'm talking about. We really do. We really, really do. All right, I'm leaving that. God bless. Peace.